Hiya, these are my two Accessories, sorry, the EVOs. They're linked up to my ATP Viv and my GTP Viv. In here is my Cresses. They don't, they just have room temperature. Because if you can see my room temp at the minute, 24 degrees, and in there 24. It'll start to cool down a bit later. So this room's quite warm, so I don't need to bother about that. Anyway, this is it. This is the setup. Everything's touchscreen. This is your basic home screen. You touch that temperature in the middle, and this brings up your reading display of what you've got in the past. You can choose, I have it the past 24 hours. So you can see if there's any fluctuation. So you've been at work all day, you see it drop. It could be an indication that you had a power cut or something like that. You click that to go back. Now these are your two channels. The yellow channel is the main one, and the blue one's your additional one. The yellow channel I've got set to my radiator, which is my reptile radiator, up in the top. And then if you click on that, it brings up the main menu anyway. Your yellow channel, your blue channel, your settings, and your home, and a lock. So on the settings, you can change the name of your thermostat. I've called mine after obviously the snake's name. You can change the sound, time, the sound, alarms, display, chart, and reset. So if you go to like alarms, you can set your alarms. So you have a low alarm temp and a high alarm temp, and they are loud. The speaker's just on the back of this little unit here. Your chart, you can set for 24 hours. If you just keep clicking through it, it takes you through them. That's how you change them. 1 hour, 24 hours. I didn't realise. So I have mine all on 24 hours. And then you have your display. So you can have it set in Fahrenheit, invert display, and sleep never. Sleep is so this actual unit goes off. So basically it goes to black. I like to keep mine on. Invert display, that is purely, if you have a look on this side, I got the wire coming out that side, and on this one I got on that side. It's so depending on where you turn it round, you can have the cable coming out, and obviously you can have what setting. I have mine in Fahrenheit. Sound is just your alarm beep on and your key click. I just keep the key click on. It's just basically because the touchscreen is really good, but you know, when you see the keyboard come up, I need to know that it's actually registered. So the key click helps with me. I don't have it on things like my mobile phone because it's normally annoying. So anyway, if you go to your main channel, which is the yellow one, you choose a name for it. I've got mine set as, obviously in this one, same as this one, the radiator. And you set up. And this way you have your output. And then click, you got pulse, dimming, on off, pulse, dimming, on off. And then you've got your control, your timing. You can have multi, constant, day or night. So multi is obviously how I have it set, so I have them different times of the day where it warms up and then cools down. Your constant is the one temperature throughout the whole lot. And then day and night is obviously different temperature for the day and different for the night. Then you've got heating, cooling, fix. So I have mine set for heating. I'm just going to click cancel so it goes back. So if you can see mine now, when you go to multi, it gives you can change all these timers to what you want and change the temperatures. So this is my green tree python. So at 7 o'clock in the morning, at night, it sits at 84. So at 7 o'clock in the morning, it raises a bit to 88. By 11 o'clock, it goes up to 92. And that's when it hits its peak at that point. And that's just the warm end. I mean, some people have there slightly less, and there's more. This suits my Viv, bear in mind. And then at 6 o'clock, it goes down to 87. And then by 8 o'clock, the lights are out, it goes back down to 84. So it's gradually going up and down. You got your blue channel. The blue channel for me, you can have set up, so you can have it periodic, which is it's set up for a fogger for my day gecko. So basically, you can have it. So the start time is 8 o'clock and the end time is 7 o'clock at night. So between them hours, you can have a fogging or a mister come on and go off. And so I've set it for 1 hour interval. So every hour, my fogger comes on for 20 seconds. So if you click on setup, you've got periodic there, which is the one I've got. Constant, so it's constantly on. And day night. multi, which again is the same as the other one I've got on my heating, and periodic. It's an on-off that this channel is, so it's just basically for a heat mat, or like it's like a normal on-off stat. So if you see with mine, like I say, I've got this set for a fogger. So, and you can see it's like sometimes, so you can have it constant, you have it 24 hours, you can have it set to come on, let's say, at 0001 and get it to go off at 23:59. So basically it's 24 hours around the clock, and then you can set your periods then, like have it every 6 hours, or if you do it once a day, you're not going to be here, have it set for 12 hours, so it'll do it it'll do it twice a day. If you want it once a day, just put it for the midnight, and that's it, it'll do it when it first turns on. And then the duration, how long it's on for. This is in seconds, which is good if you've got a mister. I've got mine for my fogger, 20 seconds. That gives it enough time for my Exoterra fogger to start sort of like getting the machine going. I'm just going to test it out, and because I haven't installed it yet, it's ready to go, and see if 20 seconds is long enough. If I take it, and that's that, your home screen takes you back. If I take you over to this one, this is the one that's controlling my Amazon Tree Bar, but the blue channel is doing a different job. It's controlling the Jungle Dawns, and the Jungle Dawns are on. There's a lighting, the supplementary lighting on all 4 of my Vivs. So I've got it status to, status is off, and it's currently on day and night mode, and that's all it is. Comes on at 8 o'clock in the morning, goes off at 7 o'clock. I'm not sure why that's shown as on. I think that's the night mode is on. It's shown on. It comes into night mode on. That's what I was told. So that's that for that one. I guess that's pretty much it as to what they do. They are really good. They're linked up. There's the main unit box. You can see just under there. There's a fuse, separate fuse that's built into this underneath that you can take out. So if you ever put anything in them that's too strong, too big, it blows that fuse rather than anything else. It doesn't mean that the unit's broken. You can buy them fuses via Microclimate. Sometimes the actual plug fuse might go, but if this one goes, you can buy the replacements. They don't normally go. And that's about it really. Good bit of kit. Like I say, let's see if I can show you how the keyboard works. Let's see if I can change its name. See, there you go. So you've got your normal caps lock, numbers A, numbers your numeric, and this is how you just change the name. Just normal keyboard. Can be a little bit fiddly if you've got thick fingers like me, so I tend to just use my like the nail on the end of a finger. The alarms, you can have, as I say, they are quite good. I don't really need the lock on mine, but the lock, it is difficult to get in and out of, but it's designed to be like that, so you don't have anyone messing around with it. You've got kids that mess around with your displays. So the last thing you want is them knocking this off. This year on your radiator point, like say the heating one, it tells you what your set point is currently for that time, and that is what's currently on in there. That's the current temperature coming through the sensor, and that's what you got it set at. And then obviously that's what percentage of power it's putting into it to try and keep it that. And obviously if that goes up to 84, 85, that will go down to 0 and start to shut down. Really, really good unit. I've tested the sensors. I've tested them against both my my temperature gun. I'm testing them against both my temperature gun and my digital tempers that I've got at the back. It's hard to see with it being dark. And they are pretty much spot on. I think this one's out by probably 0.1, if anything, and this one is dead spot on, I've noticed. But then it could be just the digital thermometers or my handheld thermometer, temperature gun, thermometer gun. It could be that that's actually out, but the difference is very, very, very negligible. So they are a good piece of kit. The new ones now come with humidity control, and it looks like what they've done is they've replaced this unit here, this channel, for the humidity control, which is really good. If you've got a mister, it acts as a hygrostat. So as soon as your humidity goes down below a certain level, boom, it puts your foggery or your mister in, and it might be something I might upgrade to eventually. Really good piece of kit. The only downside sometimes is the probe is a little bit short from here, from your main unit right up into your Viv, so you can need to put it at height. I think with me though, however, I've been at a disadvantage because mine is on a table and they do struggle to be on the floor. However, one of mine is on the floor down the bottom and the temperature sensor is just up inside up there. So I think it just depends on the Viv and the setup. You get a good amount of cable to come with this display, so this can go virtually anywhere, and that's it. And it can run a fair amount of units off it. As I say, I'm running 4 Jungle Dawns off on the one channel. The radiators are just basically, they are just 75 watt Harry Stack Reptile radiators. Okay. So I hope that helps. That's the Microclimate EVO stack, which was the very first. This is the Mark 1, the first models.